Welcome back to Get Connected. I'm your host, Con Jackson, and the star of the show joins us right now. Peter, welcome to Get Connected.
Hi, Con.
Well, Peter, it's great talking to you. I'm excited for your brand new show. Where did the name come from, Royal Tour?
Well, it's a statement. For example, if you come to New York, Con, I'll give you the Royal Tour of Manhattan. It has nothing to do with being royal or royalty, although the very first one I did actually happened to be with the King of Jordan. We've done 6 of these now. The first one was the King of Jordan, then the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, the President of Peru, and the most recent one, which is airing now on public television, is the Royal Tour of Mexico. Mexico, the Royal Tour with President Felipe Calderón.
Well, I guess traveling around with the El Presidente, you get in everywhere. I doubt they ever say no.
Well, he's a great tour guide, let me tell you. This is unprecedented access to a country through the eyes of its leader. And we're not doing a promotion, we're not doing an infomercial, we're not doing an advertorial. It's totally credible because we pick the content, we pick the locations, and the real mandate here is that everything we do is accessible to everybody watching you and me right now. There's nothing like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous where we're in the palace and you can't come. This is stuff that's accessible to everybody, and most of these are experiences you had no idea you could actually do in Mexico.
Well, there's one place I've always wanted to go, and I'm curious, what was Jordan like?
Well, you know, the King of Jordan flies his own Black Hawk, so we were having a lot of fun in the helicopter, but we did whitewater rafting in Jordan. Whoever thought you could do that in the desert? We went diving in the Red Sea. We mountain climbed. We did Petra, one of the most incredible locations in the world, on Harleys. Whoever did that, you know? And yet anybody can do that. In Mexico, what we did, give you an example of how crazy this gets, at one point the president and I actually rappel 110 stories. That's the height of the Chrysler Building off a cliff in San Luis Potosí. It's a place called the Cave of the Swallows. Now ask me if I love doing it or versus did I love having done it? And the answer is I'm glad I made it out alive, but it was an incredible experience and anybody can do it.
I'm just curious, you know, we share the border with Mexico, but what most impressed you about their president?
The fact of not only how much he loves his country, but about how much he knows about his country. You know, you forget when you run for political office, you really do crisscross the country. And Mexico is a huge country. Of all the specials we've done, of all the royal tours we've done, this is the most complicated and the most ambitious, simply because of the size of the country. Mexico alone has over 4,000 miles of coastline, and we're not even spending that much time on the coastline. We're talking, you know, rainforest and jungles and caves and underwater rivers. It's amazing.
All right, Peter, tell us about your hidden gems.
Well, hidden gems goes back to my mantra that if it's in the brochure, I don't want to know about it. If it's in the guidebook, I don't want to hear about it. I want to know things that the locals know, that only the locals know how to get there, how to do it, and then I get a chance to do it myself. So all I've done with Bermuda and Jamaica and Jordan and Mexico and Wales and New Zealand is to give you those specials. These are 10-minute videos that give you the hidden gems that you won't find in the brochures, that you won't find in the guidebooks, but that anybody can do. And if you go to my website, which has the most imaginative name in the world, petergreenberg.com, you will actually see those hidden gems.
Well, Peter, your show is premiering on PBS. What's that relationship like, and why is it working so well?
Well, if you believe and embrace, as I do, that travel is news, it's not some couple lying on the beach, and that you need to tell people about their options, about the experiences they can do, about credible information that they can then make intelligent choices about their travel decisions, that's really what I do. So it's a great combination between news, investigative reporting, and an audience that watches PBS or your local public television station that's highly educated, that wants to travel, that are good travelers, and they're not just checking off a bucket list, they really want to have a great experience, and hopefully we'll be able to do that.
Peter, we look forward to tuning in to the Royal Tour, and what's one thing you would most like to do again if you visited Mexico?
Well, you know, most Americans have a sort of a stereotypical view of Mexico. They think it's like a border town that's dusty with people wearing sombreros and drinking tequila, or it's a high-rise on the beach in Cancun. It is those things, but it's so much more than those things. The distances in this country are huge. The distance between Tijuana and Cozumel, for example, is the same as Las Vegas to Washington, D.C. We're talking great distances and an opportunity to have experiences you can't have anywhere else. And when you think about the colonial towns, when you think of Oaxaca, or all the way out into Campeche by the Guatemalan border, or up north in Chihuahua, or out west where we went whale watching in a way that you could never do it in this country, you do it there. The whales are so docile that all you do, I'm not making this up, you'll see this in the special, the kids sing to the whales. The whales, literally, this 30-ton behemoth comes right up to the boat and kisses the president. You can't make that up.
Wow! We look forward to the Royal Tour. Thanks for giving us a sneak peek.
You got it, Con.
Now that's a cool job, going around on a royal tour where you actually go around with presidentes and royalty. That is cool. Check out the show on PBS with Peter Greenberg. We'll be right back here on Get Connected, and we have a couple hidden gems to reveal for you when we come back. Thank you so much for watching. Are you tired of negative news? We are.
And that's why we're creating a movement.
By keeping it real.
With what you need to know.
It's more than what's happening.
It's bringing hope back to our lives.
So go to contv.com and join our movement.